Well, hey there, Night Owl. You've made it to Country Cate After Dark, Episode 2. I'm real glad you're here. Tonight's a tender one. We're leaning into the kind of songs that sneak up on you when the world's gone quiet, the ones that make you think about where you came from and who helped you get here. I've been thinking a lot about my daddy lately, about how strong he looked when I was little, and how much softer he got when life had its way with him. He wasn't a man of many words, but he showed up. Every scraped knee, every busted tire, every time I thought the world was ending, he was there, steady as a fence post. And even now, there are nights I hear a song and swear I can feel him sitting beside me. So tonight, every track we play is for him, and maybe for your daddy too. Whether he's still here or long gone, whether he raised you right or tried his best with what he had, this one's for the men who made us who we are. This is Country Cate After Dark. Settle in, darling. Let's remember him together. So I was driving home the other night, late, one of them clear Texas nights where the moon looks like it's trying to whisper something to you. And I passed this old roping arena me and my daddy used to stop by when I was little. He'd hoist me up on that fence rail with a Coke and say, "Watch clothes, baby girl. This is what grit looks like." Daddy never made it to the big leagues, but he sure carried himself like a legend. Wrangling steers on Saturdays and then cleaning up real nice to take Mama two-stepping at the Legion Hall. But over the years, I saw the dust settle in his bones a little deeper. His boots stayed by the door more than they used to. And when Mama left us, well, he never quite saddled up the same. This next song's for him, and every man who ever wondered if he's still got some rodeo left in him. It's called Am I Too Old to Play Cowboy Anymore?
Have I saddled my last pony? I can't believe that I'm the only man who's ever felt this way before. I see no way that I can win it when my heart just isn't in it. Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? You know the rides aren't getting meaner, the competition's getting leaner. Bouncing back's a lot more work than it was before. The good times and the laughter, well, they just no longer matter. Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? My hand and heart and soul were left on that cold arena floor. When through her tears she said, "I can't take this anymore." And when she said she didn't love me, that just cut right to the core. Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? When I look into the mirror, I can see a hint of fear that says it knows what my future holds in store. Does all the gray that I see in my hair mean I'm ready for the rocking chair? Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? My hand and heart and soul were left on that cold arena floor. When through her tears she said, "I can't take this anymore." And when she said she didn't love me, that just cut right to the core. Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? Am I too old to play cowboy anymore? Have I saddled my last pony? I can't believe that I'm the only man who's ever felt this way play cowboy anymore.
That one gets me every time. You know, Daddy used to say, you never stop being a cowboy. You just ride a little slower and start telling better stories. But I think deep down, that question haunted him. Was he still the man he used to be? Truth is, I don't think being a cowboy was ever about the wins or the crowd. It was about how you held yourself when the crowd was gone. How you kept showing up, even when your heart wasn't in it. Just hoping maybe one day he'd come back. So if you're out there wondering if your best days are behind you, I'll tell you what Daddy told me. You ain't too old to play cowboy, honey. You just gotta find a new kind of wild to ride. I got another one coming up that'll tug on the same heartstring, so don't go far. This is Country Cate. Stick around. You ever miss a place you've never lived, but somehow know? My daddy was born just outside Charleston, South Carolina. Big hands, soft voice. He called it God's front porch. Said the sky felt lower there. Said the crickets sang back up for the breeze. I remember one summer when I was 9, he took me back there. We stayed in this saggy old house with a tin roof that sang every time it rained. I watched him walk that red dirt path with bare feet, like he was touching memory itself. He told me, Cate, this land'll remember you, even when the world forgets. I didn't know what he meant at the time, but I think this song does. It's called Carolina Callin'. And if you've ever stood in a big city and felt your soul pulling you back to where the porch light's always on, this one's for you.
I woke up to the city's hum, concrete beneath my feet. But my heart's in Carolina, where the air is soft and sweet. Magnolia whispers on the breeze, moonlight through the pines. Every night I close my eyes, I'm back home in my mind. Carolina's calling, hear her on the wind. From the Smoky Mountains down to the sea again. No matter where I wander, no matter where I've been, Carolina's calling, calling me back home again. City lights can't match the stars that used to guide my way. Neon signs and crowded streets just lead my heart astray. I miss the sound of crickets and the river's gentle song. In Carolina's embrace is where my soul belongs. Carolina's calling, hear her on the wind. From the Smoky Mountains down to the sea again. No matter where I wander, no matter where I've been, Carolina's calling, calling me back home again. Pack my bags at morning light, chase the southern sky, follow the horizon where my heart can fly. Carolina's calling, feel it in my bones. Time to heed the whisper, time to journey home. No matter where I wander, no matter where I've been, Carolina's calling, calling me back home again.
That one felt like a postcard from my heart. You know, Daddy never stopped talking about Carolina, even when he was old and tired and couldn't walk too far. He'd still sit out on the porch with a glass of sweet tea and say, "It smells like salt water tonight, Cate, just like home." We carry places in our bones, and some places, they carry us. If Carolina's calling you tonight, or maybe it's Texas or Tennessee or just some dirt road from your childhood, listen close. Sometimes home ain't a house. Sometimes it's a memory wrapped in magnolia air, waiting for you to come back. You're listening to Country Cate After Dark, and tonight we're talking about songs that take me back to my daddy. Now, my daddy wasn't the sentimental type, not out loud anyway. He was tough, real quiet, the kind of man who thought feelings were something you handled by fixing a fence or cleaning a gun. But every once in a while I'd catch a glimpse. I remember one time, I must have been maybe 8 or 9, I found this old shoebox in the back of his closet. Inside was a baby rattle, a Polaroid of him and his mama fishing, and a folded-up letter I'd written him in crayon when I was 5. He never said a word about it, just smiled when he caught me looking. Said some things you don't throw away. This next song, it's about those kinds of things. It's called Cabinet of My Life. And if you've ever loved somebody who never quite told you how much they loved you back, but you just knew, this one's gonna speak to you.
When he was a baby, he brought me a pretty feather that he'd found in the yard underneath a pine tree. And I hugged his neck and said I'd keep that thing forever. Then I put a Band-Aid on his scraped up knee. A couple hundred dandelions later, he gave me my last one. Had more important things on his mind, like girls, trucks, and guns. Then with his own money from his first job, he bought me that cup I'm looking at tonight, thinking how fast that boy grew up. When I put it in the cabinet, you know that it's there forever. And if I live to be 100, I'll be looking at that feather. The memories it brings to life underneath those orange dim lights. Watching my life pass by through that shiny glass of the cabinet of my life. The wristband from your birth, the hair from your first haircut, that Tonka truck with you in the back as a baby showing your butt, that diploma from your graduation when you moved from my house and left me here without your laughter. But I was so damn proud. When I put it in that cabinet, you know that it's there forever. And as the years keep passing by, those memories get better. The memories it brings to life underneath those rusty lights. Watching my life pass by through that shiny glass of the cabinet of my life, of my. Watching my life pass by through that shiny glass of the cabinet of my life.
Whew, that one just sits in your chest, don't it? My daddy never built a cabinet like that, not with glass and shelves, but he had one just the same, quiet, tucked away in his memory. And I know I lived in there too, maybe just as a feather or a crayon drawn, but I lived there, and maybe that's what love looks like for men like him. You're listening to Country Cate After Dark. Stick around. We're not done yet. I've got one more song coming that might just feel like coming home.
Heading out this weekend? Don't forget to stop by Western Auto. your hometown store for everything from spark plugs to shotguns. Whether you're fixing up your Ford, hauling a new set of tires, or just need a cooler for fishing Saturday morning, Western Auto's got you covered. Right now, get $20 off any Die Hard battery and don't miss our summer truck tool blowout. All Craftsman toolkits 15% off through July 4th weekend. From the garage to the great outdoors, Western Auto is how the country gets it done. Open late this Friday. Just look for the neon wrench.
You're back with me on Country Cate After Dark, and if you've made it this far into the episode, you already know. Tonight's about my daddy. Now, I don't cry easy, but I came close that day my big sister got married. We were out behind the church, sun was setting, bugs were buzzing, and Daddy was standing in his only suit looking like someone had reached in and tugged on every string in his heart. He didn't say much, didn't need to. But when he took my sister's hand and walked her down that aisle, I swear I saw 10,000 memories in his eyes. After the vows, when they played that first dance song, just him and her on that little rented floor under the string lights, it hit me like a freight train. Every scraped knee, every bedtime story, every slammed door and teary hug, it all led to that moment. This next song, it's about that kind of moment. It's called This Dance Was Ours. And if you've ever been someone's little girl or watched a man try to let one go, you're going to feel this one deep.
I still remember your baby steps, gripping my finger with all your strength, rocking you slow till your eyes gave in, then staying up late just to read that book again.
Brown boots 2 sizes too big, I'd climb on your feet just to learn how to spin. You taught me how to twirl and laugh and catch my breath when the world moved fast. This dance was ours in the kitchen light,
Twirling slow on a Tuesday night,
laughing loud in my little bare feet, standing tall on your old boots to reach. Back then I didn't know the part,
but even then, this dance was ours. When you turned 14, you found your voice, pushed me away like you had no choice. But I held the line through every storm, 'cause that's just what a daddy's for.
I rolled my eyes, I slammed those doors, said things I regret, then came back for more. But you never left, and you never swayed. You were my rock, who always stayed.
This dance was ours in the quiet fights, in every curfew and sleepless night.
I pushed and pulled, but you stayed near. You never once let go of here. You let me fail, you let me learn, but never watched me crash and burn. Even when I made it hard,
Somehow still, this dance was ours. Now you're in white and I'm holding tight to these few slow steps before goodbye. The music's soft, but the hurt is loud. Gotta let you go, but I'm so gone.
I'll always be that little girl, spinning
dance was ours. This dance was ours.
I'll never forget watching their feet move slow across that dance floor, my sister's eyes all misty, Daddy trying to hold it together, and me, I was tucked in the back, gripping a tissue like it owed me money. He may not have said it out loud, but his whole body spoke it clear. That dance was a lifetime. And when the music stopped, a chapter closed, just like that. But the love, that doesn't end. It just moves into a new room in your heart. All right, y'all. This is the last one tonight. We've talked about my daddy all evening, his grit, his silence, his pride, his dance. But truth is, he's gone now. Been a few years, and I still catch myself reaching for the phone when I need advice or hearing his boots in the hallway, even when I know better. After he passed, I went through some of his old things. He didn't leave much, just a few tools, a pocket knife, and one hat. Beat to hell, sweating through the band, oil on the brim. I almost didn't take it. I thought, what am I going to do with this old thing? But I did, and now it hangs by my front door. And on days when I feel like I'm falling short, or days when I don't know how to be brave, I put that hat on, just for a minute, and I swear it still knows how to carry weight. This song's called This Old Hat. And if you've ever lost your father, or loved a man who left behind more than just things, this one's for you.
I found it in the attic, in a dusty old box, worn around the edges. It still fits like it ought. Stained with dirt and whiskey, and a hint of motor oil. Like a map of all his struggles, every heartbreak, every toil. This old hat, it carried dreams. Saw him chase horizons, taught him how to lead through fields of corn and Sunday prayer. Daddy wore it everywhere, and now it's all that's left of him to hold. This old hat's worth more than gold. He wore it at the wedding, gave me to another man, held it to his heart, whispered, do the best you can. Now I'm staring in the mirror, seeing traces of his smile, feeling closer to him every single mile. This old hat, it carried dreams. Saw him chase horizons, taught him how to lead through fields of corn and Sunday prayer. Daddy wore it everywhere, and now it's all that's left of him to hold. This old hat's worth more than gold. Sometimes I put it on, pretend he's holding me again. Hear his gentle voice telling me I'll always win. Daddy, if you're listening, thank you for the life we had. I'll keep this hat forever. I'm so proud you were my dad. This old hat, it still carries dreams. I chase his horizons, and I learn how to lead through life's storms and whispered prayers. Daddy's
just about undoes me every time. My daddy wasn't perfect. He made his share of messes, but he showed up. He stood tall when it counted, and the things he left behind, they weren't fancy, but they were true. A hat. A few words I still hear. A way of walking that I catch in myself now and then. And I guess that's the real legacy, isn't it? Not what he owned, but what he carried. And now what I carry. If you're still here with me, thank you. These songs carry more than just melody. They carry memories, moments, and the kind of love that lingers long after the lights go out. If you've got something your daddy left behind, an old hat, a coffee mug, a way of saying your name, tell me about it in the comments. I'd be honored to hear what you hold on to. And if this episode meant something to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way, you won't miss what's coming next. I'm Cate, and this has been Country Cate After Dark. Till next time, sleep easy, darling. You're not alone out there.